There's a belief so many of us carry that we need to have it all figured out before we begin, that before we take a step, we need a map, a plan, a guarantee. But that's not how it works. The soul speaks in nudges, whispers, quiet urgings that ask us to move before we know where it's all going. And that can be scary, especially when we crave certainty, especially when the world tells us to only take action once the outcome is clear. But here's the message that came through loud and clear in this painting. You don't need to know what direction you're going in. You don't need to see the path laid out before you. You simply need to trust that it's time to take the first step. The first step becomes the second step. The second step leads to the third, and so it goes. The path will unfold and be created, or rather co-created, as you move forward. We will course correct as needed along the way. Your only job is to keep walking, enjoy and flow as much as possible. When the path gets rocky and you lose your footing, it doesn't mean the path is wrong. It just means it's time for a rest. Come back to yourself. Come back to center. Rest, breathe, connect, recalibrate. Perhaps you find that it serves to continue in the same direction. Perhaps you find that it's time to make a turn. This is the journey. This is the whole point. It's not about right or wrong. It's about the journey. This one hit me so deeply because I know that place very well, that craving to see the whole path, that pressure to have it all figured out before I let myself begin. But that's not how soul-led living works. In both intuitive painting and in life, the truth is the same. We learn by doing. We grow by stepping. We find clarity through movement. We're not meant to have it all mapped out. We're meant to co-create in real time, one aligned choice at a time. I love this reminder in the message. The path is co-created. This means you're not waiting for some perfect pre-written script. You're in an active relationship with life, with source, with your soul. Each choice you make helps shape what comes next. There's so much freedom in that. You don't have to get it right. You just have to stay in relationship, stay connected, and keep tuning in. Sometimes we expect our inner guidance to come like a floodlight, bright and obvious, illuminating every twist and turn ahead. But most often, it's more like a candle, just enough light to take the next right step. When things get wobbly, when we lose our footing or hit resistance, we panic. We assume that something's gone wrong. But what if nothing's wrong? What if it's just a sacred invitation to pause, breathe, and realign? In your creative practice, this might look like stepping away from a piece that feels stuck. In your life, it might look like a season of rest or redirecting your energy. Not because you're failing, but because you're human. And honoring the ebb is part of staying in flow. This message reminds me that we don't need certainty to move forward. We just need a willingness to listen, a softness to trust, the courage to begin. The path isn't all planned out in advance. It's revealed as we walk, and it's shaped by our presence, our choices, and our ability to stay connected. So if you're in a foggy season right now, if you feel that call to move forward, but you don't know where you're going, start with one step, one breath, one stroke of color on a page. Let that be enough. The rest will unfold in its perfect divine timing. If this resonated with you and you want to dive deeper into this kind of soulful creativity, we would love to welcome you into the SoulFully Creative Community. Or you can download my free watercolor flow art guide, both linked below. If this message touched you in some way, I would love if you gave it a like and shared it with someone who might need to hear it too. You never know who's waiting for a little light on their path.